In today's video, I'm going to tell you the story of a couple who moves into a quiet old house, hoping for peace. But late at night, a strange sound starts coming from the wall behind their bed. Soft scratches that feel less like pests and more like something breathing. When they finally build up the courage to investigate, what they uncover isn't just horrifying, it might have been waiting for them all along. So stay till the end, because the silence hides something much worse. I don't know when I first noticed it, the sound. It started off so faint, I thought I was imagining it. Just a soft rustling, like paper being dragged across wood. I figured it was mice, or maybe the house settling. It's old. An early 1900s fixer-upper my partner and I bought to escape city life. We thought living somewhere quiet might help us reset, breathe a little. But the noise didn't go away. Every night, around the same time, just after the lights were out, I'd hear it. Always from the same place, the wall behind our headboard. It wasn't constant. It came in brief, deliberate bursts. A scratch, then silence. Another scratch. Then maybe a tap. Like fingers drumming slowly, patiently on drywall. I didn't tell my partner at first. I didn't want to worry them over something that could be explained. But night after night, it grew louder. Not in volume exactly, but in presence. Like it was coming closer. Not from inside the wall, but through it. One night, I couldn't sleep. I just lay there, listening. That's when I realized the sound wasn't random. It had a rhythm. Almost like breathing. Inhale, pause, exhale, a scrape. The hair on my arm stood up. I finally brought it up during breakfast. My partner laughed it off. Old house, they said. Probably raccoons. They smiled, but I noticed the tightness in their face. The same tightness I saw every night when they turned out the light a little too fast. We both heard it. We just didn't want to admit it. About a week later, we decided to move the bed, just to see. We dragged the frame away from the wall, and there, on the wall behind where my head used to rest, were small scratches in the paint. Thin, vertical lines, maybe an inch long, not claw marks, not random. They were organized. 4 sets, evenly spaced, like fingers. I stared at them for a long time. That night, we slept in the guest room, but the sound followed us. This time it came from the opposite wall, just behind the dresser. By then, I couldn't deny it. It wasn't mice. It wasn't the house. It was something else. And it was moving. We called in a pest inspector. He checked the attic, the crawl space, even inside the walls with a scope. Nothing. No rodents, no nests, no water damage. But he paused at the wall in our room, tapped it lightly. "You ever open this up?" he asked. We hadn't. There was no reason to. It was solid, unremarkable. He gave us a look I didn't like. "It's hollow," he said, "but too shallow for another room. Might have been part of an old chimney or storage. Weird design. Nothing back there but about 6 inches of space." That night, I lay awake, staring at that wall. Just after midnight, the sound returned. But this time it wasn't scratching. It was whispering. Faint. Just under my breath. I couldn't make out words, but it was definitely a voice. Female. Soft. Desperate. I leaned closer. Heart racing. "Let me out." I bolted upright. The next morning, I bought a sledgehammer. My partner begged me not to, said I was being paranoid, but I couldn't ignore it anymore. I had to know what was back there. I swung once. The wall cracked. Twice, the plaster caved. And on the third swing, a hole opened, revealing darkness. A space just wide enough for someone to stand. The air that came out was ice cold. I shined a flashlight into the gap. There, carved into the back wooden panel, were dozens of lines, scratch marks, deep and desperate. And on the floor, an old rusted ring, like one you'd wear with a small red gem. I didn't sleep that night. Neither did my partner. The wall is sealed now. We hired someone to board it up, cover it in insulation, and reinforce it. But the sound hasn't stopped. It doesn't come from behind the wall anymore. It comes from the closet. And sometimes it calls my name.